All right, Shalom. This is Hara 1 by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Harakar Kwadash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. And Shalom to you, Akim, and Agwati, my children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. I'm going to read this article that I saw yesterday dealing with Klaus Schwab, the leader of the World Economic Forum. All right. And this is what he said. You know, his advisor is this devil named Yuval Noah. All right. Who's I think he's a Khazar. All right. If I'm not mistaken. But, and the you know, the letter words. The letter community. You know what I'm saying? So it tells you the type of spirit they have, the serpent spirit. But I'm going to read this article about Klaus Schwab and what he said at his last meeting with the WEF, World Economic Forum. All right, I'm a little under the weather, but, you know, it's neither here nor there. Klaus Schwab says, God is dead. And the WEF is acquiring divine powers. All right, allegedly he said that. All right, he said that the World Economic Forum is acquiring divine powers. Now that's prophecy right there, because we get that word divine, right? Get this word divine right here, and it means divine means Deus, which means God-like, or God, Deus. So they basically saying they're acquiring God-like powers to be able to create and also destroy, because they're moving into this whole digital system to where in their new world order, they're hoping to create a credit-based system, and through digitizing the human body, they're saying that they can take the recording of the mind and place it into a robot, or place it into another fetus that they create in their factories. They're saying, so if they depopulate the earth, they're saying they could bring those people back. You know, but we know once the spirit leaves the body, it goes back to the Father. All right. So it says here, God-like. So they're acquiring God-like powers to be able to make the choice between life and death. All right. Excuse me. So it says here, let's get back to the scripture. It says, Klaus Schwab says God is dead. He's talking about Yahushua and Yahweh. And that's a deception. They know the Lord is out there. They know about the chariots. All right. And the Lord said that. He said what? All right. Revelations 1:18. I am he that liveth. So Yahushua is alive and was dead. Right? And behold, I am alive forevermore. Amen. And have the keys of hell and death. So the Lord has the keys to bind up these devils and also to free us. All right, that power has been given to Yahushua from Yahweh. All right. So he had the keys to our freedom and keys to bind up Esau for 1,000 more years, as he already did. But even worse this time, they're going to be bound up in slavery. So it says Klaus Schwab says God is dead, and the WEF, the World Economic Forum, is acquiring divine powers. All right. So let's read this real quick. Revelation 6, and I'll start from 7. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the four beasts, meaning four living creatures, the angels. Come, they said, come and see, and look. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, man. Pale deals with death and destruction and plagues. And his name that sat on him was Death and Hell. All right, so Esau wasn't given the power to give life. They're only given the power of death, to be able to kill, steal, and destroy. Whatever they bringing back on this earth is not who they, the spirit that left. You know, they say they can kill a person and save them, save their memory, but they can't keep their spirit. That's why you have this whole meta situation. It says, all right, so I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death and Hell. And hell followed with him, man. All right, that's Esau. So when they, well, I got a precept. All right, Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. So their soul is lifted up. They're prideful. They have lift up the head, just like a serpent. But the just shall live by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine through their philosophies, through their business, their WEF, their America, which is a place of traffic and business, and democracy, the Christianity, and the paganism. It says he is a proud man. Say they proud, that they think they got it. They don't know. They don't understand that they're just living out their blessing that was given to Esau. And it, all right, look at this. Right. Here you go. It says here, Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, man? Think about that. The Lord placed man upon the earth. Same God is still watching. It says that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, see? All right? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found, man. See, all this stuff they're pushing right now, promoting and boistering and threatening, that's all going to disappear real soon. He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Like a nightmare. They're going to be chased away like a dream. All right. I'm getting back to that precept I had. It's Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, right? Sending America's military all over the world. Who enlargeth his desire as hell. So they're enlarging their desire for a new world order. They're bringing in hell with that, which is sorrow. Hell for the Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, definitely. And is as death, man. All right, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So they're not satisfied with money. They want power. And it's clear. All right. So let's get this. Revelation 6 and 8 again. All right. It's Revelation 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death and Hell. See, Esau. The same one that Habakkuk was speaking about is on the earth today. All right. And he that sat on him was Death and Hell followed with him, man. So every move they make is grievous to the people. All right, this is Psalms 10 and 5. His ways are always grievous. See, everything Esau does is always grievous, man. All right, everything they do is grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. They can't see it, that they're about to get judged. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them, and he saith in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. His mouth is full of cursing and deceit, like the devil, and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief. This is mischief right here. Called the acquiring divine powers. And vanity. It's vanity, what they're doing. Because it's going to be, it's all about to be wiped off the earth. Erased. All right. So, let me get this real quick. Get back to Revelation 6. And 8. All right, this is Revelation 6 and 8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat on him was Death, and Hell followed him. See that? His ways are always grievous. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth. And once you understand the scripture, it's talking about the 4 parts of the earth. They're given power over the whole world. That's what they're calling a new world order. It's going to be a worldwide, not only in America, but it's going to be a worldwide recession and collapse. And this new system they're trying to come up with is the new world order. All right. So they're giving power over the 4 corners of the earth. World Economic Forum, over the whole world. All right. To kill with sword and with hunger and with death and with the beasts of the earth. So let's see what powers they're talking about acquiring. Let's scroll down. Can I cancel this? Because all right, so I guess they had a video, but they're taking the videos down. So check this out. It says blasphemy. God is dead, according to the World Economic Forum, who have also declared that Jesus is fake news, and that's true. That's fake news. But the news of Yahushua, the Son of God, the Messiah, that he died and rose again, that's not fake news. But they playing on words. They know that name Jesus is not his name. So that's, you know. And that WEF leaders have acquired divine powers to rule over humanity. Let's read this. Revelation 6. It said what? They've given power. 6 and 8. They've given power over the 4 parts of the earth to kill with sword and with hunger and with death and with the beast of the earth. All right. According to the World Economic Forum, a new one world religion. See, they got one world banking, one world military, one world currency, and they want a one world religion. It's going to be based on science. A new one world order, new one world religion has arrived, and it unites all humanity in worshiping at the altar of climate science. You're going to hear about that. And what they mean by that is What they mean by that is they want to call themselves replenishing the earth and killing off the people. All right. Techno-communism. All right. They want to give power to the technocrats, all the corporations, instead of the government. And eugenics, merging the body with machine. If you find it hard to believe Klaus Schwab's World Economic Forum will go this far, you clearly haven't been paying attention to developments in recent times. Klaus Schwab's right-hand man, I did a lesson on Yuval Noah Harari. It's in the playlist. You had to type it in, go on YouTube, type in Lions Den main page, Yuval Noah, and it should pop up. Has announced that the World Economic Forum has been so successful. See, their heart, which is lifted up in them, is not upright. So they because they transgressive by wine, they proud. It has been so successful in its plans that it is acquiring divine powers of creation and destruction. All right, that's Esau's blessing, right? The sword. And the word sword just means destruction. All right? See? Revelation 6 and 8. And I looked and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the four parts of the earth to kill with sword. To kill with destruction. That's what they're going to do. All right. So it says here, the blasphemy doesn't stop there. Harari also promises the World Economic Forum will turn humans into gods. You see that mess? Yeah, so that's what they think they're going to be able to do. Give you superpowers with their technology, like Neuralink. All right. This is Isaiah. I'm going to get Isaiah 14 and 12. This is Isaiah 14 and 12. Let me read this a little bit more. The World Economic Forum is also increasingly hostile to Christianity. We're not worrying about Christianity. They're going to come after the Israelites too. And major religions, like being an Israelite. If you read between the lines just a little, it's clear the World Economic Forum is consciously attempting to supplant Yahushua. All right, and the word supplant doesn't mean to hustle, like Jacob. See, he's speaking in spirit right there. Jacob is going to supplant Esau. All right, and that word supplant means to take the place of in rulership. So they're trying to take Yahushua's place, and they can't. According to the World Economic Forum, Yahushua is fake news. That's what they're saying. But they got Jesus, so that name is fake news. They say God is dead. You don't have a soul. You are hackable. You are a hackable animal. All right, talking about what animates you, your body. That's what animal means. Something animation, like your natural body. All right, they're saying that's hackable, which it is. And that don't mean we should do it. Okay. You are a hackable animal. Sheesh. They call us animals. Who does not have the capacity for free will. So that's what they want to take away, free will. All right, let's get this. Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, man? Lucifer means illuminated one. And they're the Illuminati. Son of the morning. How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? All right. For thou hast said in thy heart, see, they're saying this right now, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh, and I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. So they're trying to exalt themselves even above the stars. People like Yahushua. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. See, they're trying to go out to the planets and the moon. Right? That's their mission. So they want to be like the Most High. That way, so they have God-like powers to be able to kill and give life and create. It says what? But yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They're going to be put in the pit. The same devils that we're seeing, man. Klaus Schwab and all of them. All right, this devil here. It says, they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Talking about Esau. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all them, shall lie in glory, every one in his own house, man. See, in the kingdom, all these nations, after 1,000 years, they're going to get some form of living. You know, all the other nations outside of Esau. After 1,000 years of slavery, they're going to be taken care of by the Israelites. But he said, what? But what about Esau? But thou art cast out of thy grave, meaning they rest, like an abominable branch. And as the raiment of those that are slain. Okay, so they're going to be not in their rest, but when they dead. That goes into the rich man. So the rich man also died, meaning they lost their power. All right, because we died as a nation, but the Lord's given us life. Esau is going to die as a nation, and they're not going to be raised up again. Instead, the Lord said he's going to cast them out of the earth. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch. And as the raiment, they're going to be abomination in the kingdom. People going to hate them. And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword that goeth down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. So yeah, man, I ain't going to read this whole thing. That's a lot. But that's them. All right. It says here, 24, the Lord of hosts, see the Lord of armies, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, have sworn, saying, surely I have thought, and so shall it come to pass. And I have purposed, and so shall it stand. So it's going to happen. You know. It's Isaiah 29:15. It says 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. That's what the World Economic Forum, the Council of Foreign Relations, secret societies. All right. You got something on his shirt. Wow. That look like Jake right here. Got them. Oh, there you go. Because a lot of Jake's going to follow him. This is, oh shit. This is 2 Thessalonians 2:7. Oh, 6. And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. See, they're being revealed, man. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Because it was a mystery during the Roman Empire who was Esau. All right. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. So he's going to be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, with his word, the truth, and shall destroy him with the brightness of his coming, man. Yahushua going to show up in all power and glory from Yahweh and destroy these devils. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, man. That's Klaus Schwab and them. You know, all their ways are grievous. And it says what? Every move they make is all the working of Satan. With all power and signs and lying wonders, man. They aim to fight against righteousness and the truth, bringing lies and deceptions. All right, that's Satan. The word Satan means adversary or contender. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. See, there's going to be a lot of jakes that follow after these devils. Because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause, Yahweh shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. People like Tazariak, Captain Crunch. He believed a lie. You already know what he did. He don't even talk about it no more. Y'all know what ISUPK did. Y'all know what a lot of members in IUIC did. They forget about that. You know, they believed the lies. All right. It says that they might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in the righteousness. They had pleasure in teaching false doctrine on the MOTB. They have pleasure, like IUIC, disrespecting the Lord's name. So a lot of them are going to believe the lie. The huge congregation they got. All right. This is Isaiah 29:15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord. That's them secret societies. And their works are in the dark. See, they're working on the left-hand side. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? See, they think the Lord is dead. They admit he existed, but they think he's gone. Surely your turning of things upside down. See, they turned everything upside down instead of right side up. This is an upside down kingdom that we're living in. Surely your turning of things upside down, the New World Order, shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, the Lord controlling them. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? That's what Esau's saying. You ain't make me. Pride. Yeah, prideful. Or shall the thing framed say to him that framed it, he had no understanding? They're saying that the Lord had no understanding when he made human beings. They think they can do better with the digital shit. It's crazy, right? They're like, yeah, we don't need clouds. We don't need the cloud. You don't need the clouds. We got our own digital clouds. You need to put everything in the clouds. They corny, man. All right, 2 Peter 3:3. It says here, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, and they scoffers too, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation. So they don't see the Lord around, so they think he doesn't exist, and that they got us underfoot. All right. For this they willingly are ignorant of that by the word of Yahweh the heavens were of old, man, and the earth standing out of water and in the water, whereby the world that then was being overflowed with water, it perished. That was the first death. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by that same word, Yahweh, by his word, are kept in store. See that? Kept right where it's at. Why? Reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. the day of the Lord's judgment, man. That's why things are continuing as they were. All right, so you can come as a thief in the night, and catch them with us in their hands, in their possession. All right. It says, so it's being reserved until the second death, which is going to be fire. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. So it's only been 2 days, 2,000 years ago, since Yahushua transitioned into the heavens, was taken up to the heavens. All right, so to them, to man, it's like eternity, but it's like to Yahweh, it's only been 2 days. It says, but beloved, verse 9, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, he's long suffering to the elect, the hopeful elect of Israel, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. That's what it's about, Revelation 7. So the Lord is holding back the winds. And as the elect continue to wake up, the Lord's going to push these devils to do what they do. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. They're going to be caught off guard. And 2/3 of our people. But us, we're watching. We're waiting for the Lord. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. And this is the night. In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, man. ICBM missiles. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. All right, so everything they're doing is going to be burned up. Psalm 17:8. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. See, we're praying for the Lord to hide us under his protection, under his spirit, covering under Yahushua, under righteousness and mercy and grace, and also under the chariots in these last days. Psalms 91. From the wicked, also the shadow of thy wing represents Yahweh's protection. From the wicked that oppress me, see, continual oppression. From my deadly enemies who compass me about, and they compassing us about. All right, and with death. They are enclosed in their own fat, man. See, they're blinded by their own riches and wealth and their power. With their mouth, they speak proudly. See that? Speaking of New World Order, saying that God is dead. All right, saying the Lord is fake news. Yahushua. That's not his name, Jesus, but still. It says, they have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth, man. All right, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were, a young lion lurking in secret places. So it goes from all the way from the top with the elites and the banking families that go all the way back to the Roman Empire, all the way down to America, NATO, you know, and CIA, all these different agencies, and to the police, and the secret places, lurking places. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down. See, we're praying for the Lord to arise and disappoint these devils. And that's what's going to happen. Please deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. See that? So the Lord controlling them. He used Esau against us to chasten us. But now the Lord going to take them out of the way. From men which are thy hand, O Yahweh, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasures. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. Isaiah 29:7. All right. This is Isaiah 29:7. And the multitude of all nations that fight against Ariel. Ariel just means lion, or or Judah. Now it says, even all that fight against her and her munition, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of a vision, of a night vision. So it's like a nightmare. Okay. And it shall even be as when a hungry man dreameth. See, they're hungry. Like a hungry lion, they're dreaming. And behold, he eateth. See, the Lord said that in Job, when he about to fill their belly. But he awaketh, and his soul is empty. And as when a thirsty man dreameth, and behold, he drinketh, but he awaketh, and behold, he is faint, and his soul have appetite. That's going to be in slavery, man. They're going to be faint and no power, powerless. So shall the multitude of all the nations be that fight against Mount Zion, right? The elect today, the government of Israel. Everybody that come against us, the Lord going to do this to them. All right. Let me get Job 5. Job 5 and 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. All right. So their hands not gonna, their power, with their power, they're not going to be able to perform what they want to do. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. All right, the wicked. They meet with darkness as in the daytime, and grope in noonday as the night. All right, so it says right here, verse 15. But he saveth, Yahweh saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. See, the Lord going to save his elect from the power of Esau and their words. All right, their threatenings. This is Psalms 9:15. Psalms 9 and 15. It says, the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. All right, ICBM missiles, everything's going to be a judgment against them. And the net which they hid is their own foot taken. All right, so they hid the net to catch everybody, to catch fish. All right, so it says Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth, man. So once he bring that judgment, that's when you're going to know who he is. The wicked is snared in the work of their own hands, man. All right, so everything Esau do is going to be a snare to them, especially the ICBM missiles. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget Yahweh, all the nations and Esau, especially Esau, is going to be turned into hell. That's the rich man lifting up his eyes in hell. Sorrow. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. We got to know that and hold on to that, because that's what they're going to be pushing, that what we believe is a lie. But the Lord said, no, man, judgment coming. Arise, O Yahweh, let not man prevail. That's all we got to do is pray. The best army is the army that prays to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O Yahweh, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. But they told me they're acquiring God-like powers. Look at the goofy right here. Another goofy. Both of them. All right. They said God is dead and the WF is acquiring divine or God-like powers. Goofy. All right, so they but men. That's it. They just men. Nothing to be afraid of. Ezekiel 28:3. It says here, Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel, man. You got this technology and science, right? The knowledge has increased, and there is no secret that they can hide from thee. All right, they even digging into atoms and what they call that shit? That damn machine they're using. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but they're using that machine to slam atoms into each other. All right, so they trying to look into the spirit world, all right, through their technology, and instead of going out into space only, they want to go into the body, like the universe, and study it. And there's no secret that can be hid from them, because they want to know your biometrics, your thoughts, everything. It says, with thy wisdom, Esau, and with thine understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, man. The house of Teman. That was their nobles and their wise men. So with their riches, with their blessing, they got nothing but riches. And has gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. See? The Lord showed them his hidden treasures, but that's not it. You know, the Most High got way more treasures to show us. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic, that business, hast thou increased thy riches, the system they got set up, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches. That's why the Lord said that their heart that's lifted up in them is not upright. All right. So it says here, verse 6, therefore thus saith Yahweh, the power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of God. They messing up, man. See, now they trespassing. Now they making the move, so the Lord gonna make a move. All right? So they setting their heart as the heart of God, as power. Behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. That's the Illuminati. All right? And they shall bring thee down to the pit. And that's going to be the elect of Israel. It's going to bring them down to the pit. Same way Esau showed up on the shores of America. The same way Yahushua and his angels and his elect are going to show up, speaking a different language, the Hebrew, and take these devils down. All right? And they shall bring thee down to the pit. Right? The Lord says, though they dig into hell or they hide in the heavens, thus shall the Lord search them out. And thou shalt die the deaths of them that are slain in the midst of the seas. Wilt thou yet say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? They're not going to say that. In the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, let the Lord say, any man that would not that I would rule over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. Well, wilt thou say before him that slayeth thee, I am God? They ain't going to say that. But thou shalt be a man and no God in the hand of him that slayeth thee.